Hey, time for our cup of joe. Rather big cup today. The question is, what do we put into it? Is it going to be sugar or are we going to go with the artificial sweeteners? All right, let's explore. Let's start first with the artificial sweeteners. All kinds of studies, of course, have been done about these over the years, but the most recent ones focus in on a rather unusual effect on our gut microbe. And of course, our gut is filled with trillions of cells of all kinds of bacteria. The question is, do artificial sweeteners have any effect on these? There are studies that show that this indeed is the case. That when cells are exposed to artificial sweeteners, they become more invasive, particularly the pathogenic bacteria. For example, E. coli type of bacteria can infect healthy cells in the intestine more readily in the presence of artificial sweeteners. And of course, we're learning a great deal these days about our microbiome, all of these bacteria in our intestine. And it is not a good idea to kind of disrupt their concentration. However, the study that I just showed you was done in the laboratory on cells that are isolated. That's quite different from doing a study in the human body. Nevertheless, it is interesting. Now, how about sugar? Obviously, there's a lot that has been done on this as well. All kinds of studies. This one here comes from Nature. Nature is certainly a highly respected journal, and it is authored by Robert Lustig, who is a highly respected scientist. And it talks about all the nefarious effects of sugar. Yeah, that simple white natural substance. About how it can increase insulin resistance, about how it can lead to hypertension because it causes all kinds of changes in blood chemistry, increases the concentration of triglycerides, for example. It also has an effect on the liver. Fructose, which is a metabolic byproduct of sugar, has a toxic effect on the liver. So claims Lustig, and he's actually got some science to back it up. And of course, sugar also has these extra calories that can lead to weight gain and metabolic syndrome. And it turns out that it even increases the levels of a hormone called ghrelin, which makes us more hungry, and it suppresses leptin, which is another hormone that decreases the appetite. So there's not much good to be said about sugar, except, of course, that it tastes good. So what is our conclusion here? Am I going to put artificial sweeteners into my coffee, or I'm going to put sugar into my coffee? Well, let me tell you what my conclusion is. Neither. I enjoy my coffee without a sweetener, and in fact, I have learned to enjoy it even more because you can get the taste of the coffee better without any sweetener. So get yourself good coffee, prepare it properly, and enjoy it without having to add any kind of sweetener. That will make for a sweeter life. See you next time.